he saw my PET scans, and he said only months to live. And that was 4 years ago. And I've just been given the best possible outcome in relationship to where I stand now. And what I've found out within myself is that my body can do it, and I've given it a lot of good support. Don't get me wrong; I haven't just sat around and followed my normal method of eating and lifestyle. I've changed the amount of time I spend in clinic. I've changed my diet incredibly. There are different priorities in my life now that actually support my wellness. And that's really what I'm working with people, is to support their own wellness. And that if anything comes up, then to approach it from the point of view of self-healing, rather than run and jump to a pill and try to fix it that way. Because the truth of the matter is, I honestly don't believe, in my personal experience, that that's the only answer these days. Yeah. It's like ancient times, 5,000-year-old knowledge now suddenly becoming mainstream in modern times. I mean, in my life, it's all mainstream. I mean, I rarely see a doctor, really go to a doctor's surgery, you know. But having said that, I did immunotherapy in the early days of my cancer diagnosis. In all honesty, I had to buy myself time, and that immunotherapy was enough to support me. And I knew that it wasn't actually killing my body. I knew the approach of immunotherapy, and that's just my knowledge. So I accepted that as my first line of defense to recover. Back then, I set the goal of, 3 years. Well, it took about 4 years to actually totally get to that place where the doctor said to me, "You've had the best possible outcome." And so I'm really happy about that. Obviously, it's such a joy to be living again in such a way that doesn't focus on trying to heal my body. I'm much more in a place now where I've got more time to focus on getting back to the work I love to do. I maintain my own routines, and I mean, it's all about helping other people if they're really struggling with any form of disease, whether it be cancer, which is quite critical, or a backache, or I've got a breast cancer patient that's now pretty good, but she's on hormone blockers, and I saw her this morning, and she needs help because of the ongoing side effects of her therapy with the medical profession, which is her choice. I mean, every patient I see, they follow their own path. I'm just giving a little bit extra information to help a person decide that there's possibilities out there that are beyond what they already think or know. It's about asking questions and finding out, and taking and empowering your own body to do what it needs to do, and that's is support it to heal, and that's what we do. I mean, we still need help. I mean, I still need help. I was had other therapists working with me, whether it be integrated doctor. I had an integrated doctor. I was doing many different therapies in relationship to strengthening my immune system. I always say, you got to strengthen your immune system to do its job properly. And so if you're not supporting it by not doing the right thing by it, then it's going to struggle, a real struggle to get better, particularly degrees of certain disease. Absolutely. Yeah.
Got it. So
Acupuncture and everything helps. Yeah. Sorry.
absolutely. No, I was just going to say, so if we're going back to these three big mistakes, it really sounds like that, and I've seen this as well, that people, as you say, nothing wrong with that, the Western conventional medical model, but there's a whole lot more there. So perhaps people, that's the first thing, they're putting too much faith into that as the only solution.
Yeah.
And
Like I said,
as we've
most
seen,
people forget that the body's natural state is to heal itself. And all you've got to do is give it the right environment and stimulate it in the right way, and create the right support. And at the end of the day, I mean, it really ultimately comes back to the individual and what they're doing, and how they're disciplined to actually make some changes that has caused the disease in the first place.